Hi, hello, welcome. We're going to be covering this Destiny 2 showcase. They're kind of hyping this up to be a big deal.
The deck of cards.
They're doing like a little interview here,
I want to
real quick.
Control that.
So let's just jump into it.
Like power.
We got Luke Smith over here. I don't know who this guy is.
They leave with a smile on their face, or more connected to the people around them. Yeah, I've been doing that forever. It's kind of crazy. Way before computers. And then of course, right, I saw games on computers.
Okay, they're just talking about their lives. So
my perception,
I think they're about to announce a couple things. I think one of those is probably crossplay for all of the Destiny 2 platforms.
Playing games isn't like a. It's not an
Ollie, I swear to fucking God, if you do that all day, I'm gonna be having dog meat for dinner.
It's more work, but it's like you're like.
We're not recording, right?
Yeah, I think this is true,
and then after we watch this, we'll be checking out the Xbox stream. Me and the cats, Ollie, we're gonna feast on.
To enjoy the making.
I don't know what's gonna be announced here, apart from probably crossplay and whatever's next for Destiny. But they are definitely hyping it up to be a big deal. And, I've played my fair share of Destiny in the past, so.
That you can enjoy playing, right?
We'll see how this goes.
People can enjoy playing. And so, yeah, what you say is true, and I feel like it's sort of like
also, Luke Smith has lost so much weight.
Things that are worthwhile. Because it's, the whole shtick to me is about, touching other people, like somehow.
Yeah. So we talked a little. Jump to my life, 2004. I remember I finished the campaign for Halo 2, and my friends and I got distracted about
and I'm already about to lose my shit.
I finished Metal Gear 3.
We're 15 minutes into the stream.
Those games, I went and watched this the documentary. That I look at now, and I met a bunch of y'all. And
how's Destiny for casual new players? I have no idea. Chat will have to answer that for you.
in this documentary, the first time I watched it.
Do I get to sign your?
No. Do you remember this?
I looked for it actually before I came in today. I don't think I have it anymore.
You don't?
Yeah, no, I remember the sweatshirt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this is what is this from? Like, what is this actually? I've wondered this. Like, what is this? It was just like, what?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
It said Osiris on it. I thought it looked cool, and yeah, I bought it. I have no idea. Sadly. Right.
Yeah,
I have no idea what it was.
Yeah, I still, to this day, I remember the sweatshirt, right?
Yeah,
and this is this moment that I became aware that humans make these things, because otherwise it was like magic, right? There's nothing in 2004 about. Look at these developers.
I think the reveal's about an hour long.
There wasn't really much of the internet sucked too. You didn't have look, you can access these people and none of
Are they stalling?
So I'm watching this documentary. And
there's literally a countdown.
Shows up and so the paraphrase is
you can't stall when there's a countdown.
Cynical gamers, if something doesn't grab us in 5 minutes, we're gonna turn it off. And it was I was like, oh my God, it's I was spoke to, and I have I'm an English degree, I can't make games, I couldn't write any couldn't write code or anything. I just remember feeling as a player, super duper spoke to in that moment. And so we come out of
I don't get why they start with this stuff. It's terrible and does an awful job of hyping this stuff up.
The team has changed. Building teams has changed.
It hasn't even started.
Building teams has changed. The way in the
what do you want? You would rather want a screen with nothing on it and just music?
Have changed all the way back.
Because
to Halo 2,
there you go.
Most bizarre and brutal series of crimes.
Welcome to the Destiny 2 pre-show. Get hype. Oh, the hype is building.
I sometimes exhibit, we should have about building teams and how important teams are. Back then, it was almost just this, snowball that was rolling downhill of people who, liked our games and came to the company, and then snowball rolled a little faster.
You gotta calm the fuck down, son.
It was just a bunch of people trying to do their best, trying to recreate the feelings that they had, when they played games. And you can get pretty far on passion and talent, but it sometimes makes things really hard when you're not being thoughtful about the organization of the team.
I think doing that type of hype is completely against everything Destiny stands for.
Super
I
challenging.
mean, you got to remember, this is the company that made you stare at the sky for an hour.
Yeah, I don't know.
For a 10-second
past Jason
ordeal.
would tell me like, you're an idiot. We were thinking about all that
Right?
stuff. You just had to learn. But like when I look back, like he wasn't thinking about that stuff, you know?
What was he thinking about?
I mean, he was just thinking about the game. But I mean, I don't know. I always think, I mean, I think my past self is like not really that.
Who is this guy, by the way, Chat?
I mean, every year we've learned so much, I feel. And so I look back and I think that, you know, that guy must be an idiot. Because look,
I know
look at all the
Luke
stuff
Smith, but I
learned
don't
just
know the
this
other
year
guy.
on Halo 1. Like I didn't know anything. But I go back and yeah, I found one of the notebooks from Halo 1. Like that guy wasn't an idiot. Like, I mean, there's stuff that, you know, he didn't know, but there's a lot of like super interesting exploration.
Oh, he's the co-founder of Bungie?
Possibilities that
Oh, okay.
didn't end up at the game in there. And
So he's rich.
yeah, so I don't know what to make of that, because I feel like I've learned so much, but when I go back, I'm sort of like blown away by, you know, what
His
what
special
was
ability
happening in
is
my
that he's
mind.
rich.
Yeah,
I bet you he
It's
buys
pretty
$3 million
embarrassing when I think
houses,
about,
Chat.
like, I think
Jesus,
about my
what a
life in terms of
prick.
Decades and like what are, like, the big
Unbelievable.
lessons from the decades. And when I like articulate one of the like a lesson from my 30s, it's like so embarrassing. Give me one from yours.
yeah. Oh man, I mean, I started Destiny 1 not understanding the value of having at least somebody on the team.
Yeah, I'd
who
kill for his hair. He's
cares
got great
more
hair.
than anybody else about
boy.
what the team is missing, what the team isn't admitting, who on the team isn't talking to each other, where on the team is our dreams incompatible with the calendar, or our dreams incompatible with our ability, or our dreams incompatible with the hardware that we need to run on. And I saw production as, you know, a calendar and a schedule. And it's true that a schedule is a thing that you use to sort of test people's understanding of reality, in the sense of
What
you
the
know, can
fuck
the
are we
things wanna
talking
do
about?
fit in the time that we think we have. And
This
how are we
man is a
tracking against that?
billionaire talking like
But
this.
I saw it as like an end in itself, and of course it irritated me, and I, you know, didn't pay attention to it. But God, like embracing all that stuff is a thing that will be front and center in anything that I do. Anything I do in the future. I think it's making sure everyone on the team has an objective understanding of reality and doing anything you can to fix it when that isn't true. I didn't understand that when I started Destiny.
He doesn't
1.
wear socks. This guy,
Destiny 1 made me understand.
triple billionaire.
So what I want to talk about now is where computers are heading.
Mm-hmm.
Where's it going?
AR is going to be the thing that displaces mobile. Like I'm so sure of that. I'm so sure we're all going to be wearing glasses.
What? I don't understand the purpose.
Are gonna go
Okay,
in a
I'm with
landfill, all
whoever
those
that was in
companies are
chat
gonna go out of
earlier.
Business, all the
I don't
cracks in
understand
our
the point of
ceiling
this.
are going to get fixed in our glasses. Like so many people are going to end up with virtual pets and windows out to the Taj Mahal or the Eiffel Tower, and maybe it'll be 20 years. Like I think it's going to be a lot sooner than that. And
Like, why
and
are
think
I
it's
wonder?
gonna be really
Here's the
interesting.
thing.
And when it happens, like the reason that you're going to know it's going to
Bungie doesn't do anything unless it's on purpose.
Like everybody's going to think it's ridiculous. When the iPhone, you know, came out, the stuff people were saying to like not admit that they were.
So the fact that they're
holding, like,
mentioning all this is probably on
chunk of the
purpose.
sun in their hands that was going to change the world. Like the stuff people said was ridiculous. And people are going to do that again. And the other interesting thing about AR is if you have AR, you have to have local compute because you need
What is
high
the?
frame
Let me see
rate,
what the
you need to be able
chat's
to
saying.
render all kinds of crazy stuff like right there, like, you know, within 2 feet of your body. Yeah, which means I think all the cloud computing stuff totally going to happen, absolutely going to be a thing.
Oh, it's /
But
Bungie.
we're not going to transition fully to, you know, thin client. But yeah, those would be my 2 predictions.
100,000
Local
people
compute
watching.
never goes away.
There's a
AR
hype train.
displaces.
What the fuck?
mobile,
Why? Did,
like 100%.
everyone's just prime subbing.
So on a long enough horizon,
They give. That's all
Are we
charity
ready?
stuff, right?
we got like the
So it's a great question, and I think.
Oh, because they
I
went
think the
sub
answer is,
mode.
like we already are. Like I don't think what's going to happen is there's going to be a whole new slew of games that can only happen in AR. I mean, there's definitely going to be some, but I think
Hey,
in a lot
Casper,
of cases,
thanks for
what's gonna
that
happen is
Prime sub.
people are going to, throw away their TV and have a way bigger TV, or they're going to go to a totally virtual space that has a bigger, screen. And they might play some tabletop or strategy games in a different way. But I think people are always going to be playing first-person shooters, with some kind of input device on like a virtual, window in their visual field. And so I think a bunch of the stuff that we're great at doesn't, get tipped over by this.
Thing we're great at. All right, so let's go all the way back.
Truder with the Prime, thank you.
Bungie games, someday. Not the company's still there, but I think a lot about my life through the lens of what would go on my tombstone. I just do. I think it's like completely busted. I don't think it's like a thing a normal, like reasonably sane human being would do. But I think it's a simple way of summarizing your existence, and it's the acknowledgement that these existences sometimes come to an end. The question I want to ask is about Bungie's epitaph. What is that simple distillation of what
Sleepy Zerg
Bungie
with that
is?
tier 1, thank you.
The tombstone-worthy distillation.
I was on the 271 coming back across the bridge home, one night on the bus, and these two guys in front of me were talking, at first about college. Like they were older, but they'd obviously like gone to college together, and I think they worked together. And at some point they started talking about Halo, and I think it was Halo 2 for them. And they weren't really talking about how much Halo meant to them. They were talking about, and they weren't really talking about how much they meant to each other, but that's what they were doing, is they were sharing those stories of, where they were and what they were doing and how they were feeling. And, that moment, that's like still keeping me going. I mean, that might fuel me for the rest of my life. And it's not the only time that's happened, but you get a few of those, and, that's all I want. It's just people sharing memories in an experience that, wouldn't have existed without, you bleeding buckets of blood into the, whatever code or design or something like that. That's what, two people having an experience that they wouldn't have had, if you hadn't created.
Cold Trotty is out.
That's what matters. That's what matters.
This dude is high, right? He constantly microdoses.
We're done.
That's it. Play Destiny, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.
Going right into like the trailer, huh?
We are done.
This is what I brought you here to see.
Beyond light!
Stasis is just a tool.
It's an ice tornado, dude.
Remember when everyone was hype about Stasis?
I'm in space! It's freaking Aldrin! Bow.
No.
What the heck?
What's those baby falling? They're so cute! No. Together, we are enough.
Hey, chat, what if Rami joined us?
I'm gonna shoot you with 6 anarchies. You're gonna sprint at that Gorgon. Run. Godspeed, little doodle. Run.
Do I have him on Discord?
Welcome, Guardians. This year, we're celebrating our journey with you, whether you joined us 30 years ago or if it just started today. This game is in our blood. The Destiny team is full of Destiny fans.
Hello, Rami.
Folks who came here because Destiny
Hello,
was
let me
their
check if
favorite
I have the right
hobby.
mic here.
Folks who log
I
out
think it's
from
right.
work in the evening and log in to play
Cool.
with their clan.
The team we have today is committed to
We're gonna have to
relentlessly
sync up for
upgrading
this.
game.
Also,
we
that guy
all
looks like
love.
an American
We aren't happy
Sacriel.
with just another mission. Instead, we want to push the limit of quality.
He really
you
does,
can
even his
expect in an
mannerisms.
action MMO with
Right.
uniquely Destiny experiences like Expunge and Presage. We are committed to delivering the best mission content that you can play in any
Are
game.
you hyped
with a
for this,
friend,
Rami?
And having the
I
best
am
feeling
so
action
ready.
game,
I cannot wait. Lily cannot wait.
Okay.
And
That's
this
why
shows
you're here.
through in the passion that we see for Destiny 2. Since we declared independence 2 years ago, the Destiny community has grown by over 20 million
They're so
new
indie.
players.
This is the most
And it
indie company
continues
in the
to grow
world.
faster than we ever could have predicted. We're grateful to be a part of this amazing growing
Also,
community
this song
that
is so
you
good.
all have
Oh my
created.
God.
You represent Destiny. You help make it better every year, and you are so welcoming and supportive of every new Guardian that sets foot in the tower.
And only a handful of us are going to be up here today. Most of them are in their homes, at their desks, working hard to bring the next part of Destiny to life. It's a huge honor representing such an incredible team and introducing the next chapter of Destiny 2. So, without further ado, this is the Witch Queen.
Uh-oh, here you go, Rami.
Oh, shit.
She's taking a bath.
Fundament.
Truth is a funny thing. Does it live in the world or in the mind?
The hell is that?
Is it constant? Or can it be bent? Who decides what is true? In this universe of light and dark, there is no
The hell are
greater
those?
power. Tell me, little lights,
Oh, shit.
what is your truth now?
Why does she have little Kako demons?
Yeah.
Oh, they're scanning.
Are they ghosts?
Yeah, are those
Oh my
like
god, they're ghosts. They're Hive ghosts. Holy shit.
So are those Hive Guardians? Whoa.
I guess.
She's got wings.
What the
Whoa, they are. February 22nd. That's a fun
Lots of
number.
twos. Holy
Oh my god, Jane.
shit.
Savathun is serious. I think she's the most dangerous villain we faced yet.
7 years we've been building up to this moment, and she is finally stepping into the spotlight and showing us who she really is. What we know about light and darkness is proving to be way more complex than what we previously thought. There are so many lies, truths, and revelations that we're going to get to in The Witch Queen and the year leading up to it. I mean, we're paying off these narrative threads that go all the way back to Destiny's origins, and we're supporting it with the best content that Destiny has to offer.
Definitely. And we've got a lot of awesome content to show today. And let's start with the most mysterious destination yet.
Savathun's throne world. This is an uncharted wonderland of secrets and lies. It's this place that she's created in her own image, this surreal and majestic, light-blessed world. She has this castle that she rules from. It overlooks this dark, swampy underbelly with this lone pyramid ship out there. It's the future world she wanted to create, built atop the darkness that she left behind.
And throne worlds, they're a deep part of Destiny lore. Powerful entities create these pocket universes, and when we're there, we have to play by their rules.
But now, our own light powers are being used against us. I mean, she has this whole army of Hive that she's ascended to the light and brought along with her. These are the Hive Guardians, and they are the backbone of her new army.
We've talked a lot. Let's show a little. Let's take the first ever look at the Witch Queen gameplay.
But that mood, the mood that they had, holy crap. So different.
The Witch Queen. Hive god of cunning and lie.
She's in the background just hanging out.
Yeah, just like Oryx
After
was
the
in the
death
raid,
of her
right?
brother Oryx, Savathun went into hiding.
I really like the art
Not out of
direction.
fear, of course,
Bungie, man.
but out of strategy.
Oh, more jumping. Oh, that's spooky.
In her greatest trick yet, stealing our most sacred resource. The one thing we thought she could never touch. The light.
Oh my god.
There's no way those are players, right? Those are just AI.
I would assume they're AI. But who knows in the future?
Is that a pole arm? What the hell?
What?
That is a pole arm.
Oh!
They just killed a guardian. Or I mean a ghost.
Oh my god.
I cannot wait just to reach out and just crush a Hive ghost in my hand.
Yeah, I mean, we've been defined by the light for so long. This is uncharted territory for us. I mean, we're in strange new places. Like the throne world, it's haunting, but it's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. There's a lot to love. There's a few things we saw in the trailer that we haven't talked about yet.
Savathun and her Lucent Brood. This is the biggest threat Guardians have faced yet, so we need to find new weapons to match their power.
Oh.
The Glaive. I love this thing. It's brutal and elegant. It's this new energy weapon with melee abilities, mid-range projectiles, and defensive capabilities. It's our first ever first-person melee weapon, and it is such an awesome tool for the battlefield.
That's kind of cool.
That's ridiculous.
The Glaive feels so good. Just jump in and unleash these brutal melee combos and transition right to an energy blast. It's really powerful and
like
has a
a
lot
Glaive
of utility.
shotgun.
So, we've told you about what the Glaive can do. Now let's talk about how you're gonna get your hands on one. These weapons don't come out of chests at the end of missions, and you're not gonna find one roaming around the throne world. Your first Glaive is not going to be found. It's going to be built.
Yes.
Yeah.
Weapon crafting is coming to Destiny.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Now, chasing weapons has been an integral part of the Destiny Pursuit game since the beginning. And over the years, we've added more deterministic paths to get the rolls that you want on guns. Think things like Umbral Engrams and the Raid Chest.
Weapon crafting unlocks the freedom to choose all that and more. It gives us ultimate control over the guns. Now, this is a combat-focused crafting and progression
That's pretty
system.
cool.
That means
Bungie's
the more
just
you
releasing
use
a new
these
game
weapons,
again.
the more objectives you complete with them, the more you'll level them up, and the more powerful they grow over time. And at launch, here's the awesome thing. You'll be able to craft all Throne World weapons, new raid weapons, and the seasonal weapons. There's just a ton of stuff to do in this system. And the Witch Queen is just the beginning of weapon crafting.
Ridiculous.
We have plans to add more craftable weapons, both legacy and new, throughout the year.
We've seen and we've talked about a lot of really cool features, but let's get right into the meat of it. Let's talk about the Witch Queen campaign.
I love
She's so
campaigns. They've always been a cornerstone of the Destiny experience. They're rich, deep stories interwoven with big combat sequences and memorable characters. They take us to remote worlds in our ever-changing universe. And so we're putting extra care into the campaign for the Witch Queen. We want you to feel those goosebumps when you step onto the throne world for the first time and come face to face with Hive Guardians.
I mean, I already do.
And every one of the missions
nailed.
has its own unique fantasy. Like, what does it feel like to storm a castle or just go straight into the depths of hell?
If you like games with standalone campaigns like Doom, Titanfall 2, God of War, and Halo, then the Witch Queen is for you.
Huh, that's a very specific pitch they're making.
So, in addition to our classic normal mode,
the raid?
Legendary is our tougher,
Oh.
aspirational version of the campaign, where the
Oh,
enemies
they're doing
hit
hard
harder,
mode.
and respawning is heavily restricted. So every battle is a gut punch. Every boss is a worthy adversary. It's gonna hurt. You might tap out. But if you persist and you get to the end, your time will be well rewarded.
Whether you want to play solo or with a fire team, the difficulty will scale based on how many people you bring.
That's cool.
Before we go, one last trip down memory lane. I remember camping out the Predator for Destiny 1 because I just had to have the Ghost. To me, it was like the symbol of Destiny. And if you care about that stuff like me, you're going to want to get your hands on the Collector's Edition because you're going to get a Hive buddy to go up on the shelf with it.
You're getting the Ghost? Yep.
I'm just buying whatever collector's edition. Can I buy it yet?
Wait, does it come with a mixer? Wait, what? This is gonna have some random in-game relationship, right?
Oh, the store went down.
Yeah, that's gonna have an in-game thing. Look at those fucking
Wow, that's
dials.
so cool.
Oh,
I'm
man.
so excited for this one. And that's not even everything that's in there too.
I know. Those are the hero items, and
Lorraine's a
they're, I think, one
god
of the
as
best
far
ones
as I'm
that we've ever
concerned.
done.
She's very good.
Collector's editions have always been like this really perfect jumping point to enter the worlds that we build.
Look at that camera.
Actually lifting like in-world objects and
Real
putting
money.
them in players' hands is just, it's just a good feeling.
We don't just put random items. Everything in there means something, and it helps push the narrative. And there might be some puzzles to unlock in there as well.
Listen, all I want to know is how do I buy it?
I might even buy that. I don't even play Destiny that much.
So at this point, you can see Savathun has been one of our greatest threats, operating behind the scenes for years.
You may have heard of her brother, the Taken King, but Savathun is the most dangerous being we've ever faced.
That thing's gonna
She's
sell out
cunning,
stupid
elusive,
fast, though.
She works in the shadows.
refreshing.
So, in a way, Savathun is new to all of us.
Exactly, and now it's time to finally see this legend reveal herself and change the Destiny universe forever.
But when we talk about
there's
the overarching
maintenance right
story
now
of
on the
Destiny,
Bungie
we
store.
don't just mean the plot lines
Yeah,
or characters
seems
that feature release to release.
Narrative is a guiding force in Destiny, and we're calling on its rich history of world building, bringing that to the forefront and growing it in a bold new direction. So when you join the game today, you'll experience an immediate call to action alongside millions of your fellow Guardians.
During this past year, we watched the results of your actions play out across Destiny's seasonal releases. You've redeemed old foes, brought former enemies to the bargaining table, learned that there's always more than one side to every story, and built alliances no one ever thought possible.
And on the largest scale, you'll experience a vast, living, interconnected world of stories that's striving to a greater end.
We need you, Guardian.
You'll experience this alongside a massive community of Guardians, release after release, together. This is our universe's cosmic purpose. This 10-year journey we've been on since Destiny 1, it's drawing to its dramatic conclusion. The Light and Darkness saga will end. But make no mistake, Destiny 2 will not. We're building not so much to an ending,
When do they just
but
drop
more
the
to this
2?
transformative moment for Destiny 2's future.
Last year, we announced the Witch Queen and the following
Or they
expansion,
will, but
Lightfall.
And now
there's
we're
no
excited to
need.
announce the release after Lightfall, the final chapter in the Light and Darkness saga, Destiny 2, the final shape. It's going to be
That
one
makes a lot of
wild,
sense.
continuous ride.
The
Yes.
final shape?
And that ride starts with
Yeah,
Season
it's
of the
a lore
Lost.
thing.
Not only is it the prologue to the Witch Queen, it's your first opportunity to interact with Savathun. But rather than spoil it for you, why don't we take a look?
This is the new season? Sorry.
Yep. This is starting now.
Dreaming City must stand
Oh, Dreaming
united.
City.
Yeah, the end of the curse.
We are surrounded. A ring of spears pointing inward from the edges of our system. The Witch Queen is no less dangerous now than she has ever been. We must uncover whatever secrets she knows with the time that we have. Relight the pathways of the
I
ascendant
really like that armor.
and guide my people back to me.
What just happened?
Huh. I don't know. Everyone went
There's a
Nebula.
malevolent force at work in this plane, Guardian.
Ooh, new exotic. Oh, that gun looks sick.
I want that.
Oh, there's
I mean, I
another
want that
exotic.
too.
Your knack
Ooh.
for violence is needed.
Is that a sniper?
Ooh.
There's the crossplay.
Crossplay! Let's go!
That's gonna be pretty
Finally.
big. Finally, I can raid
Oh,
with you.
huge. Yeah, we can finally play together.
Yeah. Although there's no new raid this season, right? The raid will be for
later.
February or whatever.
Ooh.
Season of the Lost. Okay. Well, it's lasting from now till Feb.
Seasons have
Yeah.
gone through massive transformations since
It's
Shadow.
huge
We're
this season.
dedicated to
Or
creating
long.
an evolving, interconnected world that puts your Guardian at the center of the action. We're reaching the end of one journey and the beginning of another.
The days of Destiny's biggest story moments happening in lore pages is long gone. I mean, Mara's return has been hinted at forever, and now it's happening in a season. One of the changes I'm most excited about are the updates to the light subclasses every season in Year 5 of Destiny 2. We're adding aspects and fragments similar to Stasis. We'll be starting with the Void subclass update that goes live alongside the Witch Queen.
Well, that's cool.
But the Witch
okay with
Queen
that.
is only the beginning of what's to come, and Season of the Lost is the prologue to that story. It starts off with Marasov's return to the Dreaming City, and with her return, all the awoken technology comes alive.
But the Hive god of war, Xivu Arath, has reemerged and has Guardians and Mara in her sights. Guardians must forge a
This
path
guy's
through
very
the Ascendant
excited.
Plane to save Mara's lost coven of witches before Xivu Arath can reach them. And to aid you in this task, you'll have the Wayfinder's Compass.
The time is at hand. The beacons shine bright and the ley lines are set in place.
It's an ancient awoken artifact that gives the wielder the power to uncover pathways, secrets, and treasures within the Ascendant Plane.
There's a plethora of new weapons coming, including a suite of legendary stasis guns that will stop your enemies cold.
That's cool. I like stasis guns.
The armor makes you feel
idea.
like you're a member of Queen Mara's court.
And no season is complete without new exotics, and Season of the Lost features one once intended for Uldren.
Damn.
Let's take a moment to talk about Trials. So Trials of Osiris is the in-game aspirational PvP activity and more popular than ever. Two of the biggest asks from our community have been adding anti-cheat and adding matchmaking.
Wait, is
In
it the
Season of the
most-
Lost, we're doing both.
Are those all
Partnered
true
with BattleEye
statements?
to soft launch the
they're
anti-cheat
pretty-
software
they're
when Trials goes
common
live
statements.
on September 10th. Also, you'll be able to matchmake with groups of players to form fire teams or solo queue by yourself. And we've remixed how rewards are distributed to give all players the opportunity to earn some of the best weapons and coolest armor in the game.
That's right. We're shifting away
That's
from
good
winning
stuff.
matches as a primary way to earn loot, and instead, winning individual rounds and completing matches will allow you
Smart.
to earn some rewards.
Long
The
requested.
flawless
That's really
hasn't
good.
changed. So if you want to flex those PvP skills, the Flawless Chest will still be the only place to earn adept trials weapons and unique cosmetics.
That's good.
Smart. Smart.
All right, so the next chapter in Destiny begins right after this stream with Season of the Lost. Return to the Dreaming City with Marasov and learn the mystic art of wayfinding.
I'm so excited crossplay is going live today.
And today is your first opportunity to jump
All right,
into
so
Destiny with
don't,
friends on
expect
any
to play
platform
Destiny
from
today,
all
guys.
over the world, playing together.
It's probably gonna be fucking broken. I can't wait. Bungie's really 30 years? What the fuck?
They're 30 years.
Holy
They're
shit.
almost as old as I am.
What the hell? I'm old. Hey, Halo's a pretty good game. They should make another one of those.
God's sake. Oh, they're gonna make me cry with this shit.
That's my first team.
Hey, that's Hassan's house. I wonder, do we know who that person was?
As a company that prides itself on taking care of its employees and their
I didn't watch. I'm trying to watch, but I'm not seeing so well right now.
It's pretty devastating as we look at the racism in America, and our intention is to do better and to leave the world in a better place. We want to be a part of that social change. Fuck racism.
We
I
don't
can
just
buy that
stop
statement.
with the games that we make,
Mhm.
but we really utilize the successes that we've seen to be able to give back in an even greater capacity that spans beyond just the gaming industry.
Bungie Foundation, thank you.
Pressing button. We're live!
Destiny servers are live. This adventure has begun. It's awesome to have you here.
Were they really live though when that happened?
This game is going to single-handedly destroy my social life, and I can't wait.
Bungie is older than Blizzard? No. Blizzard's on like 35. Close to 40
All
maybe.
right, Guardian. Time to kick them where it hurts.
Oh, that's cool.
What, that they showed Oni?
that they show how those like threads continue from old games into new ones.
Oh yeah.
They're still the same studio at heart.
Sure.
This is going to hurt. A lot.
It's wild to me they're just showing Halo in this. I mean, they made the game, but it's still wild to me.
Right, rights-wise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From like a legal and business perspective, they're like, by the way, we made
You
Halo.
want a hug? Hugs? No? No hugs.
And Halo 2. And Halo 3.
How do you follow that? Wow, 30 years. And I remember when Halo first launched, and my friends and I completed the entire campaign in a single epic play session. And as the credits rolled, I knew that Bungie had transformed console gaming forever, and that I would be a lifelong fan.
Yeah, it changed how we played games too. I remember getting together with friends for Halo weekend LAN parties. We had so much fun. And 30 years of Bungie games is something special. It's something worth celebrating together. So we're gonna have a party in Destiny 2.
Huh.
Starting this December, we are launching the Bungie 30th Anniversary Celebration in Destiny 2. Free for all players, the 30th Anniversary Celebration will offer a new 6-player matchmade activity, secrets to unravel, and rewards that commemorate our long and storied history together.
And that's just the beginning. In addition to the free event, players can also purchase the Bungie 30th Anniversary Pack that includes a new treasure-themed 3-player dungeon set on the Cosmodrome within the fabled Loot Cave. Players will plunder its depths to discover an exciting new Thorn-inspired armor set and
Oh,
fan-favorite
shit, look at
Destiny
that
1
armor.
weapons like Izaluna and Thousand Yard Stare. It even has the Claymore sword from Myth.
Purchasing the pack
Oh,
unlocks
shit.
a range of awesome Bungie-themed armor ornaments and cosmetics to collect, including ornament sets inspired by the Bungie 30th Anniversary Celebration and Marathon. But the dungeon holds one more secret. The crown jewel of its weaponry is a Destiny 1 classic.
Oh, it's the Gallahorn. Yeah.
is making its long-awaited debut in
They
Destiny
did
2.
it. They did it.
We're going to take its iconic status to the next level. Galley has been carefully updated for the Destiny 2 sandbox.
So, this December, join your friends and
That's
collect
a pretty good
exclusive
way to do
rewards
that.
during the Bungie 30th Anniversary Celebration.
They did it.
But the party isn't only happening in Destiny 2. We've partnered with Nerf Limited to create a functional
yes,
start-firing Gallahorn. We'll have more on that soon.
And that's not
Functioning
all. Here's a
Gallahorn.
look at some of the incredible loot
Well,
we've made over the years
that's
and a
gonna be
sneak peek
bad.
of what's coming up.
That's a lot of destruction.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What?
Wait, I can buy the cat helmet?
Wow, Lorraine, I can't believe we're celebrating Bungie's 30th anniversary.
30 years.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, think of all the games and products that have come out over these years.
Yeah, starting Operation Desert Storm, Pathways into Darkness, Marathon, Myth, Oni, Halo, and Destiny. 7 years of Destiny. It's an amazing journey.
So excited. You know, we have a lot of really cool stuff coming up and a lot of other things in the works, of course, as always. But
Yeah.
I mean, what do we have? We have the Fallen Captain statue, which is incredible.
And then we have the helmet, the Celestial Nighthawk
That thing
helmet.
is so cool.
Yeah. And my favorite, the Arcadia jump ship.
Yeah, I get goosebumps just thinking about that. You know, it really gives me that nostalgia from Destiny 1. And
Man, they're going
it's
crazy
a
with
great
that.
way to, we're going to
Going
celebrate
crazy with the gear.
not only Bungie's 30-year
I mean,
heritage,
they're
but
so
the
good at that
7-year
stuff.
heritage of Destiny.
That's all gonna be
And it
super
definitely
sold
gives you
out.
the feels.
I'm just fucking get the store back up.
You can buy some boots.
Spend money.
What is
I
this
don't-
camera though? Like this camera's insane.
They had a cool gear. They wanted to use it. Can you blame them?
No, I think
Thank
that camera
you
work is
for
very
being on this
impressive.
journey with us.
Hey, we're back
Whether
to
it
American
started this
Sacro.
year or 30 years ago.
We've just started talking about the Witch Queen today. You've got our first peek at weapon crafting, our definitively Destiny campaign, the Glaive, and a year full of
We're only
updates
25
to all
minutes
our
in.
light-based
How much more is
subclasses.
this?
All of this and more is coming alongside
I think they're
Savathun's
almost done.
long-awaited
Sounds like
arrival,
almost done.
front and center
Yeah, they're kinda
of the
wrapping
Destiny
up.
universe.
Yeah.
The Witch Queen marks an acceleration in our story heading towards the conclusion of the Light and Dark saga, and we're so excited for everyone to join us on this epic adventure in the Witch Queen, Lightfall, the final shape, and beyond.
And the Witch Queen's going to kick off another amazing year of Destiny with 4 great seasons packed with all of the narrative, events, and rewards that you've come to expect from us. But there's even more coming next year than just our new seasons.
Uh-oh.
The deluxe edition of the Witch Queen will also include 2 brand new dungeons to be released in 2022. And we're also going to be remastering
only for the
another
deluxe edition?
classic
That's
Destiny
odd.
1 raid and releasing it free for all players.
This means going forward, starting this December with our 30th anniversary event, there will be a new piece of raid or dungeon content in the game every 3 months.
Holy crap.
In 2022,
Pretty
we
good
will
for
also
Destiny.
be adding legacy rotations for raids and dungeons, meaning every week there will be new ways to earn rewards in both the latest and greatest content and raids and dungeons from the past.
They are
If you love amazing
going
in-game
hard.
content, we want to prove that no other game offers more quality and more variety than Destiny 2.
We hope that you've enjoyed a look into the future of Destiny 2. Witch Queen pre-orders
That's kind of a
are
lofty
available
goal.
wherever you play Destiny. Crossplay is live on all devices, and Season of the Lost kicks off today. See you in game.
Is that it? Oh, here's the recap trailer, I think. Are they doing like a post thing that's like live with Luke or something?
Is a funny
Maybe.
thing. Who decides what is true? Tell me, little light. What is your truth now?
The Witch Queen is no less dangerous now than she has ever been. Prepare for what is inevitably to come.
That's so good at music too. God.
The smashing of the Hive ghost is very Doom.
Yeah. Well, they mentioned it as sort of like an inspiration, right, for the campaign.
Yeah, yeah.
It needs a little few more effects, though. That's a little
Instead
underwhelming.
of just the crunch, maybe, like
Yeah,
maybe it needs
it.
like
It's
little
just-
gaseous like wisp. when it dies.
Like the last time we saw a ghost die, it gave like a shockwave that went through like an entire spaceship.
Sure. Okay.
So somebody going like, boop, does not quite feel like how you kill a ghost.
Sure. Sure. I think that's all we're gonna get. I don't think they're doing any post show.
Did you need more?
I mean,
I need
look,
oxygen,
I'm
man.
not
Like,
I'm not the Destiny fanboy here. That's you.
I am incredibly hyped. This is just the amount. Oh my god, I need time to like process all of this. Like, so they're going hardcore on campaign, right? Which is huge because that's what Bungie is good at.
Right.
Like, Bungie excels at campaign stuff, and them finally allowing themselves to do that again is huge. Weapon crafting is huge, right? They're trying to open up the playground again, the sandbox. They're making it more like players make things, and I think they're starting to care less about it not being broken. I think Destiny has been broken pretty much all the time.
It's pretty much always broken. You're right about that, yeah.
And I think they're just leaning into it now, right? Like there's like if you make an OP like crafting gear thing, or you get your light class in such a way that's a little OP, then okay, whatever. Let's just have fun this season and we'll fix it next season.
Right.
Right? Which is cool. They have the entire new campaign mode, and I will say them going with a legendary campaign mode, that's
Hard
huge
mode?
as well. Yeah, hard mode
That's
campaign.
only going to add to the longevity of the expansion, right? Because like my experience with Destiny is like a little bit different from yours, being that I stream it. So it's day one, finish whatever it is, and then start the grind. I don't think
Right.
that's going to be a finishable in one day type situation.
Probably not. Probably for hard, you're going to want to be like leveled up and ready, and it's like an aspirational thing. Like I think when you listen to Bungie speak, they very often use the word aspirational. And I think they really want to create aspirational content, right?
Right.
They want to create content where
it's like chase
it's not
items.
just the stuff to chase, and it's not just items, it's achievements, it's things to do, it's combinations of items to get, it's crafting the perfect weapon, and they're leaning very hard into that, which I think is good because in the last 2 years of Destiny, they've leaned very hard into the like stuff to do instead
Yeah.
of stuff to aspire to, right? There's like more bounties, more challenges, weekly challenges, stuff like that. And this time they're going pretty hard on like, okay, well, here's stuff that you can get better at. You don't have to, but if you want to, that's great. And that brings us to trials, right? Same thing.
Yeah.
Make trials more accessible, but make it more special when you do well. And I think that is a thing that was a little missing from the Destiny formula over the last like year, 2 years. Was there were a lot of things that you just did because you had to. You just did the bounties. You just wanted to get the chests. You just wanted to get the thing. And I think it was because they were trying to scope down on how many things are in the game. Because they had so many modes and so many things to do that it was hard to figure out what you did. So you just grabbed everything and just went down the checklist.
Yeah, I think
sounds...
that's always the thing with me, right? Like you log into Destiny after not playing for a year, sometimes longer than that, and it's just like I don't know where to start. Like there's too much.
I have no idea what that feels like. But
yeah,
it sounds
right.
It sounds reasonable.
Right.
But yeah, so that is the idea that they're making it more for players like you, where it's just like just go do the things and see what you have the most fun in, and when you get good at them, you can get cool stuff.
Yeah. It's a smart way to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like I'm a little confused about all the different payment models that they have.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure
think
how
they're going to get a lot
that.
of flack for that. They said there's 2 dungeons in the exclusive or in the deluxe edition, but I think the deluxe edition is just the DLC or the season pass, or does that come free? I don't know.
The deluxe edition is usually with the season pass included. Yeah, so it's usually what they do is you get the expansion, and then with the expansion, you usually get the first season. And then if you want to get the other seasons, you buy the season pass on top of it. The season passes. So you can either buy the season passes separately, or you get the deluxe edition with the full season pass.
What the season pass is? What, $30, $20? What does it usually run?
I think for the full thing, I think it's like 30 on top. Yeah, something like it.
Okay, all right.
It's about 10. It's about 10 to 15 per season, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, chat's saying 10 per season. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you buy the deluxe edition, it gets all of the season passes for the next.
You get all of it in there. Yeah.
Okay, that's reasonable, I suppose. It sucks that they're locking content behind that, but hey, content is not free for Destiny, at least. It can be.
And let's be honest, like it's Destiny. If you're gonna play this game and you're gonna be excited enough about it that you're buying this expansion, you want to buy those seasons anyway, right?
Right. You want to get all the content.
Right. You want to be able to hop in and not go like, oh, I have to pay $10 now or $15 now to be able to play. Like it's with and that's the other thing. The amount of content they're promising is like new raid in a weekly rotation, like a raid in a weekly rotation with a new raid launching every 3 months, whether it's a returning raid or maybe a new one. I wouldn't have promised that.
Yeah, that's a lot of it. It's a lot to think about when it comes to like how Destiny plays, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they definitely, when new content comes out, I think a lot of times it seems a little bit small in terms of the size of the content, but I think like the creation of that content is kind of an astronomical thing to accomplish in a lot of ways.
It's huge. It's a lot of work making a new one. And don't forget, like the raids and the dungeons are end game content. This is not content that you can just kind of mess up. It has to be right.
It has to work, yeah.
It has to work from a narrative perspective. It has to work from a mechanic perspective. It doesn't have to be the best one every time, but it needs to be minimum.
It's got to work,
right? Yeah. And for focused content for a wide range of players, that's incredibly hard to do. And then, people always joke a little bit about like the vaulted content, right? Returning content back to the game or content that they removed and bringing it back.
Right.
But, you got to remember, this is Destiny 2 and that content was made for Destiny 1. And I actually think it's probably harder to bring back vaulted content than to just make content from scratch. So, because all you have is like old assets and like sort of the idea of how it's going to work. So in terms of ideation, it's easier because you kind of know what the raid is already. But actually getting it working in the game, that's you have a lot of puzzle pieces that you have to keep. You have to keep the experience right. But now Guardians can vault. They couldn't do that in Destiny 1. They can put up a shield or like create a rift or whatever. You couldn't do that before.
Yeah.
So redesigning for all that, for the bigger scale, for like stronger Guardians, much stronger Guardians, really, really hard. So them promising them that, like dungeons or raids on that cadence, okay, I guess they grew their team.
Yeah, well, they've always weren't they touting like how big the Destiny or the Bungie is as a company now? Like, don't they have
grew a lot?
Like, for some reason, 2,000 is a number in my head. Was that? Didn't they come out with a statement like that, talking about the size of the team and how much it's grown?
I don't remember. I just know that they have grown to the point where they're
they've
now
got 2
across multiple
studios.
buildings. Honestly.
Yeah, they're working on some other games or some shit like that right now. Yeah,
but you would. I mean, I would imagine, and I don't want to like, I don't want to suggest that this is how it is because I don't know.
Yeah,
but I would imagine that the teams working on those games, right, on those other games that they've sort of mentioned, that those will be very focused, very small teams until they actually need to skill them up. So I would imagine you're talking about like 6 to 8 people for the start of it.
Sure.
Right. This is not like they're not like 100 people working on coming up with game ideas and testing them. It's like a team of 6, and then it's a team of 12, and then maybe it'll be a team of 30 at some point. But until they're like all in on production on that, it's not going to grow to a Destiny sized team. I keep seeing that everywhere. There's like, oh, they should have just let those people work on Destiny. I'm like, that's 6 people. Like, what is there? Like a rounding error.
But Rami,
on
they're going to make
crew.
or break it.
That's every season
Those
makes or
6
breaks Destiny.
people. They're pushing out content every 3 months. They need them. You fool.
I'm very excited about everything we just saw.
Yeah, it sounds it. That's
This
why I wanted you here, because I think like I said, my Destiny experience is different from your Destiny experience. You
Right.
are a every day or every other day player, and I'm a hey, a new raid's out. Maybe we should play that really hardcore for a week and then not play it for like a year, right?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously the game is sort of, it's the game developers, it's kind of a game designer's dream in that it just feels good
to play.
It just feels good to play. And like the Glaive, the new weapon,
looks fun.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Leave it to Bungie to try a first person melee weapon in a game that's not built for it.
Right.
Like, why?
Well, they had
What
the
are you-
like thinking back to the early Halos, they had the what
The
was
hammer
it? The
and the energy
hammer,
sword.
yeah, and the energy sword. But more specifically, they had that like the brute cannon that had the like glaive attachment to it or the bayonet attachment
Oh
to
yeah.
it. So they've kind of done
They
a little
just-
bit with that.
They probably just copy pasted it, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it's just 1-to-1. They
It's
didn't
just-
really make anything else.
Just the same. Just
No.
the same. Oh, store's up. Nope. Undergoing maintenance. It
Well,
was up.
The Steam store 30th anniversary is available if you want to buy the
Oh
pack.
no, I got queued.
Oh yeah, I'm on queue it. I'm in a queue as well.
I want out of the queue. Bungie.
I'm in a 20-minute queue. What are
Wait.
you gonna try to buy here before we depart? 'Cause we
The
gotta do this
collector's
Xbox stream.
edition and whatever else I can buy.
Do you think all the like physical merch is gonna go quick?
Yeah. Oh, you can skip the queue by just hitting stop while it's loading. Does the store actually work?
Wow. What do you mean
Oh, no,
stop? How do
Well,
hit
while
stop?
it's loading, you just hit the stop button. You hit the escape button.
Oh.
At least it loads it so you can look at what's there. Okay, so collector's
Developer trick.
edition. Collector's edition is €260.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty pricey.
But that's is that including the game?
That's probably 300 USD.
Yeah, but they usually just screw us over and just turn the dollar sign into a euro sign. No, I'm not kidding. That's straight up what they do. It's really annoying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're talking to someone who bought a $500 raid jacket. So
Right. Yeah, but you're also the person that made me buy a giant cloud on a motorcycle.
for what, the Final Fantasy VII remake
Yeah.
thing? Oh yeah,
we were
that's
both
sitting
in that
behind me.
stream together. You were like, I need to buy this. I'm like,
Yeah,
shit.
I
Okay,
got that behind
I'll
me.
buy it.
That's a good one.
Let's see. In the wake of some blah blah blah, the Witch Queen Deluxe and Bungie 30th Anniversary Bundle game code, so you get that included. Digital pre-order pack, Destiny 2, the Witch Queen digital soundtrack, the Psychometer replica with lights and sounds, Lucent Hive Ghost replica with stand, the hidden ID badge, lenticular reveal card, the hidden dossier. Ooh, that's going to be fun lore stuff.
Well, that
plus
the entire little statue thing is lore. Probably unlocks some shit in game.
And I think it actually continues with that. Exclusive collector's edition emblems. It's rumored that Guardians can use the psychometer to experiment with artifacts to gather evidence and unlock clues.
Yeah. So those scalpers are going to be helping, solve the Destiny puzzle. That's why they're going to buy it all.
It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, they're going to have like 30 of them all, unboxed and ready to go.
Oh my God. I really hope I get to buy this thing.
Well, what's the plan of action here in terms of buying it? Are you sitting here waiting 18 minutes and just furiously F5ing?
No, I'm looking through the source code to see if I can skip that.
the developer, Rami. All right, well, thumbs up. I think the Bungie thing was, as a Bungie fan, I think for you, it was all, they could have really said anything and you would have been like, yep, buying that. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be this exciting about it. I wouldn't be that excited about it.
Sure. Okay.
Like, this is a lot. Like, Dark. We already had enemies with powers, but now they're just straight up guardians, and we're gonna wreck ghosts. Like, okay, not what I expected, but I'll take it. Yeah, very excited. Even the Season of the Lost, which is happening now, which is always kind of awkward because they announce like the big expansion and they go like, and now you wait for 4 months or 6 months in this case even.
It seems like though,
I mean, it's Destiny. I'll play it every night anyway. Whatever.
Well, now with crossplay, maybe we can get some raids in. I still have never done the new Vault of Glass, so we can.
Oh yeah, good. Let's get a crew together.
Yeah, maybe we could do some with that. So
awesome. Good.
I'll reach out. Cool. Well, thanks for joining me, man. That was literally last like 2 minutes. I think you actually joined while it was starting.
Right.
So
I canceled all my meetings for today onwards to do that, and the meeting before that ended like 2 minutes before the stream, and I was like, nope, sorry, gotta go. Bungie's happening. And they're like, wait, we're paying you for this time. I'm like, yep, nope, I'm out. Bye.
Not enough. Peace.
Yeah, got important stuff to do. A pleasure. Yeah. Bye. So yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Destiny.
Hey, shocker. Who knew?
Who would have thought?
Who knew?
Have a good one.
All right, later, Rami. We'll see you. Cool. That was awesome that Rami just joined us. Ollie is going crazy. We're gonna wrap up this video because the Xbox stream from Gamescom is getting ready to happen. So we're gonna look at that. Here's the thing. I always play Destiny whenever the big new thing comes out. And it seems like the big new thing is going to be coming out in February of 2022. And there probably won't be any other big new things around that time. So it seems like a great time to play a lot of Destiny. So we'll probably jump into Destiny in really late February, I guess, after we wrap up the old Elden Ring,
Oh, Elden Ring.
That's right. That comes out at the end of January if that doesn't get delayed. But we will see. Crossplay is kind of interesting. I wonder what that's going to do for the game and the scope of that community. But cool. That's that. We're going to wrap up this video. I'll get it uploaded, and we'll see you guys maybe later today for that Xbox VOD, maybe for some JP and N, or maybe for some trailer time. See you guys then. Bye-bye.